Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be breaking down all of the insane drama between ZexRow and Aim Hero from today's ESL Katowice Duos event. Now let me catch all of you guys up to speed so you know how all of this drama started off. The Duo event for ESL was a 2-day tournament. We started off yesterday with the first 7 games, and after those 7 games, ZexRow and his teammate were sitting in rank 1 with 406 points total. Meanwhile, after the first 7 games, Aim Hero and his duo partner FaxFox didn't have as good as a day. They were sitting at rank 39 with a total of 78 points. Now let's go ahead and jump over to day 2. And for those of you guys who do not know, there are practice games before the actual official games start off. And after those practice games, ZexRow tweeted this out: "Getting contested in practice games. Just gonna contest every game and hope it goes well. Smiley face." So here we are now, right before the event is about to start on day 2. ZexRow just finished his practice games and he was getting contested on his drop spot, which really worked out for him in day 1. That's why they were sitting in rank 1 with so many points. And based off that tweet that we just went over, ZexRow definitely seems to understand like it's part of the game and people are going to contest him, specifically because he is in rank 1 and it makes the spot seem really good that they're dropping in. So game 1 starts and ZexRow and Vinny decide to go to the same drop that they were going to all day yesterday and in the practice scrims where they got contested, Viking. But real quick, if I'm updating you on this situation and you had no idea what happened before this video started, be sure to slap a like on it so we can spread it around and show everybody else what's going on. And also, subscribing won't hurt because I upload videos like this every single day, updating you guys on what's happening in the pro scene. And now let's go and take a look at what happened in game 1.
FaxFox and Aim Hero chasing down Vinny and ZexRow.
They are just going for the blood from Viking towards the south.
Right off the top of Viking, they're going to try to engage here. They do have the high ground. They were pushing unexpectedly, but the bottle rocket's coming in from Vinny. Nice placement there. He's actually going to be able to knock this down, I believe. They're going to have to back up. So, FaxFox with us. Oh, nice shot there. Really nice onto Vinny. The silence.
Silence USB is a beast.
Here, he does catch himself, but he's going to build right back. He needs to catch himself again. No, he's not going to be able to. He's all the way down on low ground, and now they're split. Aim Hero and FaxFox. One on low ground, one back behind. And we'll see now he's building back up, going right back towards his teammate. But now Vinny and ZexRow have the slow high ground and the slow push. Look at these ramps. This is both of them kind of doing it to each other.
Nice angles, though. It's going to be pretty rough to like disengage pretty quick from this. Oh, there's the turret. With this high ground, pretty hard to get a shot on the guy in the turret. So this is a really well placed.
But somebody up on Viking, actually. That's Bowman and Alpha. They came over the side.
So as you guys can see, Aim Hero and FaxFox contested Vinny and ZexRow early in the game at Viking. This led to a fight that really didn't benefit either of them, and they ended up both getting third-partied, and this caused TSM to back up and eventually get out of there. They did go on to get 17th place in this game, not too bad, and they stayed in rank 1 overall in the tournament. But then after the game, ZexRow decided to tweet this out. "So Aim Hero is griefing and landing at Viking, so we split all of the loot, then they chased us down to the waterfall 5 minutes later and full pushed us, and then eventually we got third partied from Viking and got into the third zone, 100 mats each, and ended up 17th still. GG. Now this tweet's really interesting because as you guys did see, ZexRow knew he was going to get contested. It happened in the practice games. And my opinion on this is that this is a battle royale and it's a competition. Anybody is allowed to land anywhere on the map regardless of their motivations. I'm definitely not here to defend Aim Hero or FaxFox and say no, they weren't trying to grief, and I'm not here to accuse them and say they were trying to grief. I don't know their true motivations, but the fact is, this is a battle royale and anybody is allowed to drop anywhere. And I feel like ZexRow out of anyone should really know this, because for those of you who don't know, about 5 to 6 months ago when ZexRow was starting to make a name for himself, he uploaded a video on YouTube titled Ghost Gaming vs ZexRow, and it was basically all about him contesting Ghost Gaming, dropping where they drop, just to prove how good he is by killing them over and over. And the funny thing in that video that I mentioned, ZexRow actually says on Discord, "What is wrong with contesting? If it works, it works." And at the time, the Ghost players were getting really upset about it because they were contesting him, and it's like, oh, you're just doing it on purpose. And it's like, no, guys, anybody can contest anybody. It's a battle royale. Anyone can land anywhere regardless of motivation or anything else. That's what makes the game so fun and interesting. And there's so much more to this story, guys. The drama continues, Aim Hero responds, ZexRow says more stuff. We will cover all of that, but first, to fully understand the story, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff that the analysts were saying after game 1 leading into game 2.
I've got to go inside the mentality here and pick apart Vinny and ZexRow because they were our leaders coming into today. They're obviously leading now after game number 1. But they didn't have the landing maybe they would have wanted and had all day yesterday. They were contested pretty early on in a few battles. Do they think about changing things up? I mean, they did manage to get towards the end game, or does that sort of thought process come into your head a little bit?
they did get into the end game, but the problem is they didn't get any loot. If you take a look at the mid game, they were just strolling away with a gray assault rifle and like 32 bullets.
Yeah, they got really lucky there to actually get the edge of the map. Obviously, it was towards Frosty Flights. Viking Hill is also on that one side. And they were able to skirt down the side, and that makes it so that they don't have to use the materials that a lot of the other players are going to use. And they definitely don't want to be doing that again. They want to be having loot. They want to be having maximum material so they can make those plays for the middle of the circle.
We've had a 2-day tournament here. It's about adapting your play style, adapting maybe your drop spots, maybe adapting of who you want to gun for early on to potentially make your way up in the rankings. So adaptation is such a key factor when it comes to playing in any esport.
So as you guys can see, the analysts are suggesting other options. They can go somewhere else, change up their drop spot, or they can take it head on and just face off against FaxFox and Aim Hero and take them down. And well, that's exactly what they decided to do. Let's go ahead and roll game 2 from day 2, and you guys will see this really high level fight between the two teams, which was very enjoyable to watch.
Dropping at shift here, I didn't see anybody else. Ooh, ZexRow and Vinny are already in an engagement. We saw Aim Hero and FaxFox push them off last time, and ZexRow and Aim Hero are actually in the same building. So this is unconventional. Aim Hero dropped in the front, ZexRow dropped in the back. ZexRow is going to back off into Vinny, but this time they have shield, and this time FaxFox and Aim Hero don't have it. And he has the pump shotgun. This is a completely different situation than we saw last game.
Well, hopefully for them, it'll be a different situation of how it turned out. As you pointed out, they did lose that knock exchange in the end of things. But I like seeing this. I like seeing people contest them because they know Vinny is so far ahead with ZexRow that they need someone to challenge out on them to kind of bring them back, maybe eliminate them earlier on.
In this fight, we'll see. It's starting to become a little bit of a pinch here. Different angles from Aim Hero and FaxFox. This is exactly how you want to start the fight off, especially as they start taking that Viking boat. But again, they could back out at any moment. No, they're stuck. This time they're stuck. Nice trade shots there from FaxFox and ZexRow.
Like you said before, they need to push this pretty much at the same time if they can hope to pick up an elimination here. A lot of would be picked up for Vinny and ZexRow if they want to farm away on the ship. But they're just trying to stay alive. And speaking of staying alive, their builds is running out.
And this is an awkward position there. You can see Vinny was frantically trying to get the whole, actually ZexRow going on to FaxFox. Aim Hero, again, their pinching is so good. The positional play from the Koreans is absolutely very good here at Viking Hill to start off.
You see, though, Vinny's able to escape. ZexRow as well able to transition to the building. Again, while all this fighting is happening, they're not able to farm mats, they're not able to farm weapons, and they're starting to struggle because they're lost their shield for the most part. ZexRow is the only one with it left.
Again,
Vinny.
The pinch. FaxFox uses that glider redeploy to get the pinch continue to go, and I was talking about how good they are, but ZexRow and Vinny keep escaping the pinch, which is so good from them.
You have to be careful, though, if you're the two Koreans, FaxFox and Aim Hero, to not push at the wrong time. Also to push in together if they can, trying to go for the replacements the wall here, trying to catch out this duo that's been leading the charge over the course of the entire first day. And they're just stuck. Their builds, they have almost nothing left. The weapons as well, they're starting to run out of some ammo here. But then again, so are the sides up top here as they're down to 4 builds left for FaxFox.
You can see Aim Hero in the background was farming. As anytime he gets the opportunity, if they're not pushing, they're going to farm. And that's exactly what you need, especially because it could come down to one wall making the difference here. Now more trades going in, but FaxFox gets an ankle.
He's got 1 build left. He can only cover his high ground for a little bit longer, and that's going to be him now out of the equation. Actually, both players. So the leaders here so far after 8 rounds are going to be out in one of the first duos eliminated. So now that means every other player, if they know those 2 are gone, they're going to be gunning for those top positions. Let me ask you a question, Bala. If you're Vinny and ZexRow, you dropped there last time you got contested. You know you're in the lead and you know you cannot afford to lose early on. Do you change your drop or do you continue to go there expecting to win?
If I was them, I would have changed my drop yesterday.
Okay, so going even one step further.
Going into this day, I would have said, hey, I know there's people who are going to be doing this gunning for us, but Nick Merckx and Aiden.
So as I said, an extremely high level fight. It was enjoyable to watch, and the analyst even gave their opinion on ZexRow and Vinny still landing at the same spot. And after game 2 and 3, they started to slip in the rankings, dropping down to 3rd place. And in game 4, Vinny and ZexRow still decided to go to Viking. Here's what the casters had to say about it, and here's the fight between them, Aim Hero, and FaxFox.
So Martin, you've been watching all the games today. We've been seeing a lot of struggle out of 2 specific players, which I don't even need to say their name for everyone out there to probably know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, so Vinny, ZexRow.
Okay. Oh, I didn't want to say their names because, you know, but that's fine.
I do.
Those were the players I was mentioning.
Kind of falling off a little bit, yeah, as we've seen. They do really need to pull it together now if they want to stay in top 5 or yeah.
So then we heard everyone's thoughts. We heard Speedy and Bala talk about, you know, changing up your positions. What's your thoughts on that, about preparing to play a different spot?
Right, so since we have 2 days now, we have 14 rounds. I mean, after the first day, you do. I would suspect people. I would expect people to go, players to go into VODs and like start doing some counter plays. So that's something you have to bear in mind. You do have to adapt not only to the meta, but also to what other players have in mind.
This looks familiar.
So yeah, Vinny ZexRow versus Aim Hero and FaxFox again.
2 quick eliminations. Back to the fight here. FaxFox is being tagged up very heavily. He's low on HP. You can see the hand cannons coming through, trying to knock down this wall, trying to punish him. He does get the small shield off in time, though. And now being shot from behind. That's a third party. That's over from the west-hand side.
All right, so Aim Hero going down here, and with the finish from ZexRow as well.
It's not over yet, though. FaxFox is still here, and FaxFox is just gunning for them. A couple of shots from the high ground. You gotta be worried about that third party yet again towards the western side of the map. FaxFox just trying to heal up in the meantime. And you can see, trying to get back up to that 75 health before he does go for some sort of fight. He's going to be knocked down. He's going to be careful. He does eventually get away, only taking about 30 damage to his shield. And Vinny's looking for the closer. He wants this elimination.
Trying to fall back here. FaxFox not looking good at this point.
Oh, he knows where he is.
Really wants to. Oh, takes down the roof there.
Yet somehow he's still able to stay alive and escape. But there we go. ZexRow comes through, and that's the start that we needed to see. ZexRow and Vinny have. They want to challenge back for that first place position.
So another really good fight, but Vinny and ZexRow end up coming on top here. And throughout the rest of the tournament, Game 5, Game 6, Game 7, Aim Hero and FaxFox still went Viking, Vinny and ZexRow still went Viking, and they fought over and over. It was clear by the end of it that Vinny and ZexRow were able to take down Aim Hero and FaxFox almost every single time after Game 2. And that leads me to believe that Aim Hero and FaxFox strategy wasn't that good. It hurt them in the end. They placed even lower. It's definitely not smart to contest one of the best duos in the world right now over and over. The tournament ended, and then ZexRow went on Twitter and he said this: "Yo, GG's Aim Hero, almost got top 40. And then Vinny tweeted this out: "GG's, we got third. Aim Hero, hopefully you understand why we don't get contested. Heart." Now I will say, I do actually enjoy both these responses from Vinny and ZexRow. They're good, clean trash talk, no accusing of griefing or any of that cheating stuff. They're pretty much asserting their dominance and saying, hey man, this is why you don't contest us, we're really good. And again, I like it because they're not saying you're not allowed to contest us, they're saying you shouldn't contest us because we will kill you. But it wasn't also good for Aim Hero after the tournament ended. He was getting a lot of heat and he had to respond to the drama and said this: "The first thing I want to say is that we never snipe. We got a bad grade in our area yesterday, so I looked up the video from the day before, and ZexRow and his partner were doing a really free perm like this." I think he means that they had a really good drop and it was free, nobody was contesting them. Then he said this: "I acted strategically and I don't know why you upset, but we just admitted we lost and acted to win. If you have a problem with this and you really think so, I apologize, ZexRow." Then he said this: "I felt through this competition that we are still lacking. I felt like Asia and the world are playing different games. Players are so calm and good. I know that, but I think that's why ZexRow trying to check our ranks. I think they think we didn't fight, win the first prize." I think what he's trying to say here is that he thinks ZexRow thought that they were just trying to kill them just to kill them. They didn't care about the first place prize. And he's saying that's not true. And then we started to see some responses to this situation from other pro players who were at ESL. We have Sakoner here saying, "F everybody hating on Aim Hero. He traveled all the way from Korea to compete against other players he has never played against. Just because he killed your favorite player, there is no effing reason to hate. This stuff actually pisses me off. Well played, Aim Hero. God heart." And then even Magan from Team Atlantis responded and he said someone needed to say this. Aim Hero even came out and said that he is a huge fan of TSM, he's been studying them, TSM strong, all this good stuff about them. And fortunately, I think ZexRow realized that he took it a little too far with that initial tweet and he said this: "Guys, let me be toxic to Aim Hero. You guys shouldn't be saying anything bad on his Twitter, just leave it between me and him, winky face." I'm really glad that ZexRow made this tweet. It shows that he understands the full entire thing and he doesn't want any hate being spread out to Aim Hero. And I will say that I do encourage trash talking. I like it a lot. I love when people are competitive because it is an esport. It is competition. And some players do thrive off that, and I believe ZexRow is one of those guys that will thrive off of it and does. So it's fine to do some trash talk and stuff, but he just has to watch out with what he says. Accusing people of griefing, cheating, stream sniping all the time just isn't the way to go. As I said, I like the stuff he said after the games. So good on you, ZexRow, and this is pretty much the whole entire story, guys. If you didn't know what happened and you enjoyed this video getting caught up in all the drama, be sure to slap a like on the video. Every like really helps support my channel and it allows other people to see the video too. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. I upload videos like this every day, keeping you guys updated on all the news and drama in the pro scene. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much. I love you all. I'm out of here. Peace.